So, quick easy hack on how to do a seamless boxing like this. Obviously we've got the options. You can go for your trimmed version, which means you've got an internal corner and you've got an external corner and you've got the trim to support that. But if you like this seamless look, there's a really quick and easy way to be able to do this. So obviously in a standard kitchen application, you just have your corner boxing. Now as part of that, we're trying to show here how we get ourselves around this corner. So, as long as you've got enough material, if you measure from here to here and here to here, as long as you've got more than enough, because of course you're going to lose a bit of the material when you fold it. Now, to do so, all we're going to do is hold our panel on here and make sure that we're sat on our packer and that we've got another packer running down the inside, so we've got enough room for expansion. Now, when we've done that, all we're going to do is take a pen and we're going to mark up the inside. So by marking up the inside of our box in there, we now have a line showing us where we need to route. Now this is a key point. If we were to route our V-groove onto this line here, you're going to be too short in material. So what we do is we use this line here and we use that as part of our shoulder to form our V-groove. And I'll show you how on the cutter. So guys, just on the setting the depth of the router, you can see here that we've used a V-groove cutter. Now that V-groove cutter, when set at full depth, doesn't want to be able to go through the second aluminium skin, as you can see. We actually leave it about 0.5 millimetre just above the core, and then we can start working from there. So we've got our line drawn here where we know our boxing is. This is the part of the boxing that we want to keep. So this is the material that we can buy and take some out. What we're trying to do is understand where we place our V-groove cutter. Now, if I was to place my V-groove cutter here, right in the middle, what that's going to do is mean that by the time I finish my boxing, I'm going to be taking out 5 millimeters of material. So there's two ways you need to set up for this. Ideally, you need that V-groove cutter there so that my shoulder here finishes on the outside of our line. So if I show you on this already V-grooved panel, if I was to take the center line, I'm going to be this much too short on my material. What I need to do is move that line over to there. So this is now my finished line, and I know that I need to V-groove a further 5 millimeters away. So when I set my router up, I'm just going to make sure that from the guide, I'm just coming out until I'm 5 millimeters off that line, and that's going to be the position that I want my router blade to cut. So guys, I'm just doing my V-groove at the moment. Two fundamental key things to look for. The first is that you are cutting on your shoulder line. This is the line that you want to keep, so we've managed to make sure we've come in far enough on the material to ensure our fold will be here. The second thing that we want to do is look for the depth of the V-groove. Now on there, you should never see this silver aluminium grinning from the middle of the cut. So we don't want to see any silver down this section here. Once you've got that, you know you're good to go. So now we've done our V-groove into our panel, we're going to just try and fold it around and make sure everything fits. So the next measurement that we need is this measurement from here to here. And that's really easy to do because we already have our mark from here to here. And we just fold our panel like so. And you can see it should fold more than 90 degrees. That's good because it means that we've got room if the boxing is out of square. So what I'm going to do is turn that back to be roughly 90. I know that I've now got this measurement here and I'm after this. All I'm going to do is simply measure that from one of my packers to the measurement of my cut, and now I can transfer that from there onto the back of my panel. And once I've got that line there, all I have to do is square that up, open it out, cut that to length, and my boxing should fit. So as you can see here, my V-groove fold is in the center of where I want it to sit against the timber. And all we're gonna do is simply fold that V-groove around our panel. That's gonna give us the perfect folded corner. And as you can see, it's a lovely, nice minimalistic fold.